Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at a game between Perunovic versus Meier um, in 2019, and kind of did some little research there and saw they actually practice a lot of game in chess.com on like the French defense. So today let's look at a very beautiful game of the French defense. So it starts off with the Rubinstein variation. There's knight c3 exchange and then knight bd7. Very common idea to trade the knight. Here, taking back with the knight instead of the queen, because there's an open file, half open file here. And this is also included in my French defense video, so be sure to check it out. Yes. Now bishop comes here. Normally I would go bishop e7, but yeah, both engine says both h6 and bishop e7 is fine. And now c5, going for this bishop to attack like this d4 pawn and fight for the center, but very common idea is just c3 and take back the knight, because there's no knight on c6, and c5 is also a very good idea because the bishop is not in the job of unpinning, therefore c5 is okay. White often throws in this check, but you block with the bishop to d7. Now a very common mistake here, like c3, is just playing b6 for some reason. Like I in tournaments and just in chess.com games, I always blunder this. I want to fianchetto it, but like in the French defense, it's always not a good idea to fianchetto, because just look at this. And if your bishop is already here, it's even worse. Like, therefore, don't go for these mistakes. Instead, trades everything off. No, very principled idea is, because a pair of bishop is like the light square bishop is traded away. It's okay to give up the bishop for the knight. Like, even though a bishop is slightly better in the endgame versus knight, because it has longer scope, but is tunnel vision on the dark squares, and white can play on the light squares. This is a very common idea. Now double pawns, although is equal, because you have bishop for knight, but it's kind of hard play. Trades off everything, develops the bishop. Go for this open file, but just g3 very solid, nothing's happening. a5 is to further control like this side of the board, because anytime if like you get to trade it off like this, look at this pawn. This pawn is steamrolling. Put the rook behind, paralyze it, go for the other pawns, and you just win this. And even this side's a 3-on-2. So like white has everything to play on, but white blunders here. h4, a kind of deep tactical idea, but just how do you defend this knight here? Yeah, like even if you go f3, like something like this, although it's an inaccuracy, but like yeah, rook e4, just looking at all these middle files, and or even just rook e2, rook d2, and yeah, just going for a double up, but there is bishop takes, and this kind of drawish, but game goes on, and white loses a pawn here. because the knight is pinned to this pawn, and there's no way to defend it. Like, you're either losing this pawn or this pawn. Now, the correct drawing, like high chance draw, is pinning himself, which is very unprincipled, but it's fine because everything gets traded off, and you force the rook to go back, and like you need to play aggressive with your rook, go for checks, and get your king active into the game. Minus 1.2, 1.3, it's holdable, right? Because look, this pawn structure, this is coming, and h pawn, you know, but instead white just, knights are tricky, but it's the wrong idea. Takes, check, gets the open file, looks like very good, but all your pawns are on dark squares. Like, principle is, oh, you want to counter the opposite bishop, you place pawns on the same color with the opposite bishop, but like with your opponent's bishop. But like in end games, it's a whole different story. You could still place it on the opposite, on the same color as your opponent's bishop, but now it's easy targets. Like, although this is stopping the bishop scope, but same time it's easy targets. So for end games, I would like to play on the opposite color of the opponent's bishop, if and only if there is like less pieces and like queenless endgames. Basically, if there's still two rooks, it's kind of risky, but yeah, just common idea, you lose all your pawns. Like, black goes gobble, 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 right? And then now the h pawn steamrolls. Here just gets double attacked. h2, now your rook can't move anywhere, and this just invites it to get paralyzed. What do you do here? Only way to get your rook out. Like, this is just fabulous. Like, look at this. Isn't this just beautiful? Like, just trapping the rook inside. The poor rook. And after one more move, white resigns, because how do you stop this? And just these pawn goes. The knight does not help any. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Some middle game ideas and end game ideas for the French defense Rubinstein variation. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe for more chess content. I'll see you all next time. Bye.